such a small space. Ready, 1, 2, 3, go.
I'm just running low on everything when it comes to FIFA. Right, time for some sprint. 5 to 8. That time of the week again.
I don't know. I mean, it was fun one time, but...
I'm glad that my remote died now and not in 10 minutes time while I'm in the middle of a race. Commentating it, yeah, but you know, if my remote died then it caused it to death and there you go, my remote's now on charge. Right, 2 more tracks. Spectate. Wonder how many people are getting. And I wonder how quickly it takes Trocker to hit the front. One of the two. Tuesday night, as per normal. Football on TV. F1 on the PS5.
I can't keep you down here. You're driving us insane.
Brighton bringing Danny Welbeck, who scored the equaliser at Chelsea 3 weeks ago. Neil Maupay and Leandro Trossard dropped to the bench for this one. Tariq Lamptey is recalled against his old club. And Stephen Alzati comes into midfield. A midfield depleted by the absences of Basuma, Lallana.
Not a lot of people are joining, but so there's this. Should be fun.
Chelsea, well, they recall Mason Mount, a bit surprisingly, left out of Manchester City. Callum Hudson-Odoi and Jorginho coming as well with Kovacic and Salah.
12. And now there's more people joining. Looking at some of the people here, Dengered in an Alpine. No surprise that Trocker's got a half. Trocker could still well and truly win this race from the Haas in Canada because he likes this track. Oh, Jared. They're a different location, so they'll sound a bit different and all that, but oh well. Making the best of what we got.
What will be 4 finals already if you look at the UEFA Super Cup. He's been outstanding in but it's still not good enough really to be better than Man City, remarkably, in that period. Players making their statement against racism, as always. With a kick-off in the Premier League. Chelsea. For them tonight, a little bit unfamiliar.
My school type. I didn't know.
You got. Just making sure everything's alright in the stream. I wonder how long it is until we're going. That's the real question. See, a bunch of people just got the. Brighton Chelsea has just kicked off. They've played like 30 seconds. It's going to be like this for. Well, football's going to be on for the entire time of the year. Hello, Leon. Very much. No, they cannot hear you. I don't put the voice chat on for the Tuesday races. Child that just said the Liverpool fan and he's Brighton to pull something. Something tells me that isn't happening. I'm with Leon. I'm with Leon. Response to that. No one likes Liverpool. Go away. Yeah, I don't see Brian doing anything. Oi, I'm a Man United fan, alright? Of course I'm going to say about Liverpool.
My school stays up for 5.
God damn it, Mitchell. Nice. Oh, okay. Moda nearly scored. That's Moda, Brighton. The Brighton's cam or something like that. Just dragged it. That's all. It's fine. I can't exactly retort anything to that, can I? Because it happened. It's embarrassing, it happened. Always nice watching football for a little bit while we wait for everyone to join and get started here. It's meant to stop for it. Can I put my TV on silent? Yeah, that one's not my choice. I'm not gonna jinx you, child. I can't put my TV on silent. Also, every stream I pretty much do has football on in the background, so this is not new for a stream that I commentate on. But even more so now that I'm in my living room because everyone else has had a positive test. How long is it going to be till everyone gets going? Can't be waiting on that many more people. Brighton Chelsea, not long since started. People starting to ready up. Yeah, that's the message to ready up. Let's go. Right, Canada first, Baku second. Baku's going to be chaos. I don't think Canada's going to produce an awful lot outside of the final sector, but for us to watch and find out. I wouldn't expect too much from snapping the Red Boys on his wheel for the first time. Absolutely. Jorginho is absolutely a penalty merchant. Absolutely. I can also agree with calling Chelsea shit.
high pitched.
Callum Hudson-Odoi.
High pitched.
Exactly. Are you listening to yourself?
Back in
17 seconds or when Noof's internet connects with the rest of us. For those who aren't aware, sprint is one-shot qualifying followed by a 25% race at the track. And for a commentator's standpoint, the one-shot qualifying isn't the greatest thing in the world. It's just everything changes so rapidly and not really got much flow to it. Can't watch an awful lot in one-shot qualifying either. The race does everyone in realistic cars throw some pretty big surprises and a lot of crashes. That I reckon it'll be somewhere in the midfield. I reckon the Mercedes more toward it'll be upper midfield. I reckon in that Mercedes, maybe a little bit higher if he gets it right. Trocker's not started awfully well to this qualifying. Someone who likes Canada, I'm quite surprised. No, Bundes are doing pretty well in the Mercedes at the moment. Track map, we'll put that on so it stays on for the actual tyres. So still in the Aston Martin, which, I mean, I guess he's still there because he bottled most of the time, but he's on the medium tyres, and I'm not too surprised he's toward the front. Danger in fourth. Danger now in third. Charadard's retired for the... I don't even need to jinx him. I don't even need to jinx Charadard. He's going to do it himself. Oh, there's a purple second sector from London in the Mercedes. Going down toward the end of racing, end of the lap in Canada to the World Champions. He's not had a great World... I didn't jinx you. Twanax on pole. Danger second, Stealth third, Swen's fourth in the other Alpine, Alu's fifth, Luke's sixth, filled out the third row. El Truco and Bundes fill out the fourth row, Bundes dropping from second, going into the final few corners all the way to eighth. Leon's obviously had a crash or two, as he's the only one we're left waiting on. Yep, that's the end of the qualifying. It's so hard to keep up with one shot. I will say that. Twanac hasn't had the greatest of times recently in sprint, but he is pretty high on the standings if I remember right. Yeah, he's currently 6th in the standings. He's gonna have to done better than Boomer. Boomer got disqualified from the qualifying, I believe. It's an invalidated lap. This Boomer in first. Alu is in 5th, looking to capitalise where Boomer couldn't. Maybe put himself back in the mix. The points aren't very far apart. It's like 156, 155 actually. Also, it's a little bit overcast. It got a little bit dark. Okay. Well, are we going to get some rain? Possibly. Don't actually have a clue, but overcast would suggest that it might start raining toward the end of the race. Which could throw an extra element into this. Oh, it's no rain. God damn it. Oh, that's a shame. It would have been interesting to see what the rain would have done to the grid, but we're not going to get rain at all. Don't think Baku is going to rain either. Here comes 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Denja's got a drive through for jumping the start immediately. And Alu's hit the front. It looked like Alu might have jumped the start as well. And Alu's been spun! Alu's been spun by Denja. The contact in the first corner. Yep, they both, Alu and Denja had drive-throughs off the first corner. Alu gets hit by Denja as well. Snap's spinning the first couple of corners. His pit stop just soft and medium in as every other 25% race. Oh, and it looks like the AlphaTauri is. Twanak hits the wall behind Danger in first. Doesn't look anything too serious. Maybe it's just done a similar thing to me in Saudi Arabia the weekend, but doesn't look too serious, that hit. But he is closing in on Danger, so this probably isn't too bad in retrospect. With the Mercedes coming down on Aston Martin, but getting chased very hard by the Ferrari of Leon behind him. Looks to cover off the inside in the World Champions, does it pretty well. Leon trying to go for a switchback of sorts there, doesn't get very much. Danger just dropped a couple of places. Twanak sets the fastest lap. Stell's going to jump into fourth. Luke dropped a couple of places. Danger dropped a couple of places. Swain got through. Danger looking to try and get a pass on his Alpine teammate for the day. Doesn't really get much there. Everyone seems to be pretty close at the moment. We'll switch to this. Leon and Bunders into the... Oh, and Bunders closes the door, and Leon's been hit, and Leon span. Danger still right on the rear of Swen's car. Let's see if he's able to make anything into the hairpin. Looks for the inside. Does go to the inside. Looks like he's got half a car alongside. A little bit of bump into the wheels. Danger doesn't get past. He might do with slipstream here. If he actually chooses to stay in the slipstream, that is. He's not going to get past if he's weaving from left to right. And he's going to go in and serve his drive-through now. And everyone's just going to go past him as we go along. Twanak saying another fastest lap of the race. Penalties are been removed. Tyres, DRS is now enabled as well, and tyre choice now comes into play. I was looking up and down for battles. Snap just got 3 seconds. Trocker's in 7th after a relatively poor qualifying. Reaper just got 3 seconds for track limits, up in 9th. Bunder's probably not doing as much as he could do in that Mercedes, but could easily track down El Truco here. Just looking up and down the leaderboard to try and see what's the closest battle, as everyone seems to be within 2 and 3 tenths of a second here. I'm just gonna... That's a nice camera angle for me to watch everyone go around the hairpin trying to fight each other. Not gonna complain with that kind of camera angle from the game. Trocker getting right on the back of Bunders now. Let's watch Dell. Let's watch Dell. He goes to the inside of the World Champions. He's going to get the move done before he gets down to the chicane. And that was pretty well done by Stell. Puts himself in second on the medium tyres, compared to Twanak in first on the softs. Strategy could play a pivotal role here. Looked like Reaper got the move complete on Black Charizard until he decided that the grass was the best place to drive and not act as if it's an F1 car. Charizard now about 2 tenths of a second back. Let's see what Trucker can do down the straight here with Bunders. As soon as I do that, Noof spins behind him. As soon as I come off that camera angle, someone spins there. Of course it happens like that. I don't like this this front wing camera angle I've got right now. It looks like Bunders just got 3 seconds penalty for track limits. There, as it gets a little bit squirrely out the hairpin as well. That did not look good from the Mercedes. El Truco being the closest guy to a lot of people now, but we'll watch Boomer, who's actually the closest to anyone, looking to make an overtake to the outside, going into the chicane. Both on the medium tyres. Does get past Charizard, and Charizard doesn't put up a lot of a fight, even though one's in the Williams, one's in the Alfa Romeo. You would expect very similar pace between the two, but it's not the case. O'Leary trying to fight Charizard now as well. not doing too bad, but he's on faster tyres and should really look to make this work soon enough. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Oh, and Bundes is out of the session! Oh, there's both the Mercedes have absolutely made catastrophic errors in sector 1 in lap 5, and it brings out the safety car. I come away from a battle for about 5 seconds and someone makes an absolute mistake and puts themselves in a wall. Has happened so many times in this race alone. We've only been going for 5 laps. Everyone's going to bunch back up now, and it's not going to be good news for Twanak. Maybe Twanak might pit onto the medium tyres here. He does. He might not pit onto the mediums, but he's certainly pitting. Everyone coming in. One by one. Everyone but Reaper. Which is a very interesting strategy call from Reaper, this. That's totally not unsafe release. Oh, and Reaper then gets a drive-through under the safety car. You couldn't write it. You couldn't write it. He's the only person that stayed out in the entire grid. And then tried to make an absolute major strategy call. Gets a drive-through under the safety car. Oh my god. The only chance he had of making that work has just absolutely disappeared. That's slightly embarrassing. As for what everyone's pitted on, Twanak's going to the end because he's on mediums. Stell's doing probably 10 laps on softs. Around Canada, pushing it, probably going to be able to get away with it. Sven, Luke, Truck all moved from softs to mediums. Boomer's from medium to soft as well. It's effectively most of everyone that started on the mediums have gone to softs here. Bunda's the only one that's actually span out up to this point. And everyone's now going to bunch up because they're behind the safety car. This is the point. This is the point of a race where I don't have an awful lot to talk about, because when it's behind the safety car in this game, you don't tend to get a lot of absolute mistakes. But I wouldn't be too surprised if we did get something. As for penalties right now, Reaper's got a drive through, Snap's got 6, and Noob has 5. I would assume that Noob was for speeding in the pit lane. There's 2 people that still got left to pit, that's for sure. Snap and Reaper both definitely have to pit. Yeah, Reaper's got to go through the pit lane twice. One for his drive-through penalty, one for the actual pit stop. I bet he's wishing he just came in under the safety car now. That's a costly mistake that might be irreparable from this point. Safety car's coming in this lap. Here we go. Gonna go back to racing. Gonna go on to Reaper's point of view. He is leading the race right now, albeit probably not for long. We expect Twanak on the medium tyres on the fresher medium tyres to be able to just straight up attack Reaper from the start here. Reaper bunching everyone up. You can tell everyone who's wanting to warm up the tyres and everyone who's not. Reaper did not catch anyone cold there. Actually, I take that back. Stell got caught really cold. But he definitely didn't catch Twanak cold, I'll tell you that much. O'Leary just got 3 seconds worth of penalties for track limits, and Twanak is right on the rear of Reaper. Looking for the outside, looking to go to the inside, and he does it! Twanak gets the move on Reaper, and That's not a great camera angle for me to actually look at this. It looked like he kind of shut the door on Reaper for a minute then, and there's another Mercedes that spun out. It's 3 seconds more for Snap, and Noose taking another spin. But Twanak gets in front, and Stell also got in front, which means that Reaper had an awful corner there, or got squeezed. One of the two. As for going on here, it looks like there's going to be too wide into the chicane between Trocker and Boomer. Trocker's going to keep his position for the moment in time, but Boomer's going to go down the inside into the hairpin with the quicker compound on.
Calm down.
Is not going to be able to get... Actually, he is going to get in front of Trocker. The camera angle deceived me for a moment then. And it's Trocker and Truco going down the inside. Truco going to get the inside, and he forces Boomer off the track. Reaper's serving his drive-through now. And there's a big fight going on there. Denger's gone into the pit as well, so Danger obviously took damage off that restart. As for close battles, Trocker dropped off Boomer quite a decent amount there. And it's a bit 50-50 right now between Boomer and Trocker at the moment. Every so often I see the time tick down, but you would expect on the straights that the horse is nowhere near as fast, and that's where he's probably losing most of his time, but his skill will make up for it. Leon's closing in on Charizard now. Leon's going to go to the inside here. Going to look for a move to the inside of the hairpin, and he gets it. He gets the move. He does very well there, but it might open the door for Charizard down this straight. It will open the door for Charizard down the straight into the chicane. But Leon's in front. He just absolutely caught that straight up. He just straight up caught that. But he got 3 seconds for track limits. That was a bit egregious there from Leon in an attempt to keep his position from Charizard. Boomer just got 3 seconds. A little bit squirrely out that corner. It's going to allow Trocker back in. Looks like Truco also got 3 seconds around the same corner as Boomer. And it's going to grant Trocker a couple of places if he can hold it. Here we go, up the front, and of course, as soon as I back off, there's a spin. It's further down the grid. Snap span. It's first time on a wheel, first race on a wheel. Probably saw that one coming. Stell now going with Slipstream down the main straight.
Did you leave yours on again?
Is he going to be able to make anything work? He also had DRS. He's also got quicker tyres, but he isn't able to make a lot work. Gonna get DRS again here, see if he can try and force a move. Goes to the outside, then to the inside. And he isn't able to make any sort of move on Twanak. Boomer, Trocker and El Truco are still going at it. It looked like Reaper's finally pit for his actual pit stop and gone on too hard for whatever reason. He hasn't already screwed up enough in this race. Here we go with DRS. Twanak to the outside. Twanak does keep the position. It's another 3 seconds for Snap. And Stell trying to force his way through, but he isn't able to make an awful lot work. Here we go again, round the hairpin. Trying to make an indent into the time. The yellow flag in sector 2, the Mercedes and the Red Bull Snaps having a nightmare. With DRS, here we go at the front. Stell down the outside. Gets the move done on Twanak and puts himself into first. And Twanak, for good measure, gets 3 seconds worth of penalties from track limits just to make sure that Stell's going to win this race properly. Alu gets 3 seconds more, 3 seconds for track limits as well. There's about 3/10 between Stell and Twanak before the penalties. Leon also here with Trocker's just slightly dropped off of Boomer and Del Truco for the moment in time.
Watermelon sand?
Boomer's able to get within half a second, and overtakes coming few and far between by the looks of it.
What did we say?
DRS obviously in effect now. It's going to get a lot closer between some people. Boomer now within 3/10 of El Truco in front of him. DRS, Stell is now out of DRS of Twanak at the front of the grid. Let's watch Boomer. Boomer on El Truco. This is not the greatest camera angle. This one is though. Now we get to watch with DRS as Boomer with softs on compared to the six lap softs, and gets the move done well before they get to the wall of champions there, and down the main straight, down the home straight, sorry. And Trocker now gets in position to make an overtake as well, and he does so in a timely fashion into turn 1, and moves himself up into 6, still within the position of getting one higher place if he doesn't get a penalty himself. And then another 3-second time penalty for Twanak, as if it wasn't adding insult to injury already. It looks like Stell's gonna pretty much cruise to the end of this race now. 6 seconds in hand, especially on Twanak. 3 seconds in hand on 4 and a bit seconds in hand on Swen. Luke with about 4 attempts to catch on Swen. There's yellow flag in sector 3. Looks like Noof is in the pits. Noof is in the pits, so that's what was called in the yellow flag. Trucker's going to be able to make some sort of attempt at Boomer as well. Here we go. Luke on Sven, and Luke makes really easy work of that, but then gets himself 3 seconds and crashes into a wall. And Luke has crashed out of the race entirely. And then another safety car. Oh my god. Luke has looked to make the easy work of Sven down the straight. Completely misjudges the line that he has to take through the final chicane, and then hits a wall in the home straight and DNFs from the race. That is unfortunate. Safety car is going to bunch everyone back up again. And now Stell's big out, and Alu's just got to say drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Why is everyone speeding under the safety car all of a sudden? Why is that all of a sudden a thing? Danger did another pit. Never did another pit stop. And Chelsea are now 1 up. I'm not sure how much G happened to a little bit, but on the safety car, I've just looked up. Well, everything's just going to come back together now. Not an awful lot that can be said. We're going to resume racing probably laps 15, 16. No, it's not going to come in here this lap. It's going to come in at the end of the next lap, which leads us 17 and 18 worth of racing, I believe. Stell on 9 laps soft definitely isn't going to pit because he'll be giving track position away. If he can make those softs go very much to the end of the race, he looks like he's going to have one of the cleanest wins he can ever ask for. Twanak hit the self-destruct button after getting overtaken pretty much. Probably going to have himself. Probably going to see himself drop a few places now after the grid penalty, after the time penalties. As for that, because no one's realistically pitting here, we'll go on to penalties. Snap's got 12 seconds. Reaper's got 6. Alu's got the drive-through, as we've just saw from the speeding under the safety car. Trocker's just overtaken people. Almost. Or people overtook Trocker. No, it's definitely the former there. And 3 seconds for Truco Boomer, 6 seconds for Twanak. And Twanak's going to have to drive pretty well for the last couple of laps because there's another 3 seconds for Reaper as we're going through the penalties. As he's going to probably drop 4 or 5 places here. Yeah, the safety car is going to come in at the end of the lap we're on now. So I was right in saying we'd have lap 17 and 18 worth of racing. And unless there's a lot of drama off the restart, I can't see a lot happening in this race.
Subscribe to our channel and don't care how many squirts you put on. You need a lot of squirts, as you found out last time.
See it coming through the final couple of sectors under the safety car. It looked like Danger's a little bit annoyed with Leon. No, I didn't catch that, so I'm not sure why. It won't be too long before we see everyone, well, until we see Stell slow this down. Even further than it already is. We get through it. Would expect the safety car to be called in pretty much any time now. Yep, safety car in this lap. There's the message. And we're going to go on to Stell's point of view here. You'd expect Twanak's tyres to be in a better position here. Maybe Swen's as well. Those softs probably won quite a lot to this point. Here we go. We're going to a snail's pace. Okay, it looked like Stell went a lot earlier than people might have been anticipating. There's 5 seconds for Reaper and Snap there. And Stell has caught Twanak pretty off guard there, but it's not going to last for an awful long time. Danger's got 3 seconds worth of penalties for track limits. There's a yellow flag in sector 3. Snap span immediately. Truco and Trocker to the outside, getting caught up on the back left of Truco's car, and Leon Leon span. I'm not sure if there was any contact there from Trocker, but Leon has span. That's not the greatest time to spin. It's definitely going to put him at the back. As for close racing, it looked like Stell's got away pretty comfortably. Twana got away very well from Swen, so it's not really competition between those 3 on track. Those 3 on penalties might be a different story. But now we've got 3 people in the little battle here trying to take Swen's podium from him. Is there no DRS for the rest of the race, so they're going to have to rely on Slipstream to catch up. Aston Martin looking for it, but not getting too much of ground. Twanak about half a second back, but with 6 seconds worth of penalties, it's not really relevant. Danger's got in front of Alu, who's now serving his drive-through. We'll get on the middle camera point of view from a 4-way battle here. Trocker very much still in line for a podium due to penalties.
I think I'm gonna do a yellow squid.
About 1/10 here.
These.
Alu, Reaper and Leon fighting in through turn 3. There's still about 0.2 of a second between Boomer and Swen, and then now Truco and Boomer. And it's going to be a very close battle through the final couple of corners. Charizard gets 3 seconds, and we're going to get the last corner. We've got the last couple of corners here. You go for the last couple of corners here, and we're going to switch to Stell's point of view, I think. Yeah, we're gonna go to Stell's point of view, and you're gonna basically cross the line. Here we go down the final straight, and Stell wins the Canadian Grand Prix. It looks like Swen's gonna come back in second, and Trocker's gonna take the final podium spot. He is because of penalties. Twanak's gonna end 4th. Boomer's gonna end 5th. Truco's going to end 6th. Newford's got 7th from this because of the safety cards, despite his numerous amounts of spins. Danger's going to take 8th. Did Alu just get 20 seconds more for an unserved drive-through? I thought he served his drive-through. Charizard's going to end 9th. O'Leary's going to end 10th and round out the top 10.
No eating.
Leon's got 11th. Reaper 12th. Alu 13th. And Snap's going to round out everyone. And now everyone's annoyed with each other. Everyone's annoyed with each other, and Trocker and Leon are banging heads again. But Stell's going to be happy that he's won the race. That's, to be fair, quite a long way back when he did get the move on Twanak. There was never really in doubt.
I'll just roll this on the top.
Everyone's going after each other in chat now. Yeah, it is. To be fair, you should probably have at least a up-to-date setup, Charizard. Come on, that's rule 101. What are you doing? Leon and Trocker clearly don't like each other. Let's put that in the most simplest way possible, without having to drag this out. They just simply do not like each other. I think there's going to be a couple of reports from this race. I'm not sure, but I think there might be. You were grinding the new Pokemon game. I mean, I'm not gonna let you off for that. You can do Pokemon and then make time to do 10 laps around Canada to do an outdated setup. You can do both of those things, Charizard. We both know you can.
No, you're gonna have a lot of stuff.
Ah, yes. The language in this chat is brilliant. The language in this chat is absolutely top notch. We go at 45. We've got an 8-minute gap. I don't know why we got an 8-minute gap. You spent 3 hours looking for that cut off. What was it you're looking for? I assume it's a Pokemon. I just can't read which Pokemon it is. Oh, this is brilliant.
You said you waited.
This is brilliant. I just watch. You see, I've got my mid-race entertainment. Trocker and Leon going at each other. This is brilliant. Azerbaijan. If we all thought that there was some audacious moves, to put it in the kindest way possible, in Canada, I'm waiting for someone to get absolutely done into turn 1, at least, and somebody's going to excuse to no practice. Yeah, we could all make that excuse, Jared. Dad, come on. Do better. It's not my fault. You absolutely murdered your own qualifying, and then had an absolute just no way back from that. What on earth is going on in the sprint chat at this point? 2 points for no practice. I mean,
What? No, just put it down. It's 20 to 9.
Isn't the sprint? Isn't the sprint scoring different? Or have they updated it properly? I'm pretty sure the sprint score is different. So I'm pretty sure I'm not sure it's 2 points for that. It's 2 points in top 10 points when if you're doing a proper F1 scoring, but I'm pretty sure you get more than that.
I know white for my hairline. Can I keep yours? Oh, no white for my hairline. No, keep your gloves. You can just have a glove from mine. Really?
I'm pretty sure the point system for sprint's a bit different to the one than normal F1. You got to take 2 points by this. But this isn't very representative of how they work sprint. I could be wrong. Could definitely be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not.
I'll tell you that once I've done with these.
What's the score? Chelsea 1, Brighton 0. I'm pretty sure. I know ZH took the shot. I don't know if it took a deflection or something and went in, but I know it's ZH the one that's got the final Chelsea touch.
I've spread it to make sure it gets some fast.
Alright. Let's start.
Apparently, according to Premier League, Gap just done on a free kick or something. How did ZH score?
Shot into the bottom corner.
Fair enough.
Because I'm doing it. Oh,
They've been playing pretty well, Brighton. They have been playing pretty well. Chelsea goal when it came was probably against the run of play.
Brighton played good football, they just don't have
Huh?
Brighton played good football, they just don't have the points.
Somehow don't think that Chelsea lose this from here.
Why do I just can't use them ever again? Alright, we're going to
What time is it? So it's 3 minutes until we go for the next one. I apologise for that, I just muted up for a minute. After watching that from in Canada, I'm not liking some of the moves that might be made in Baku. Also, what on earth is that you've just put in sprint chat, Ishmael? No, yeah, that and the other one, the brick wall one. Charizard, you've got a lot to look at if you haven't looked at sprint chat. It's just been a massive argument and now everyone's just putting memes in, I think. Yeah, the Leon just got absolutely no space there, isn't it? Quote left in space. Well, no, there's no space there. I don't know what you mean. Not like he's got half of his car moved.
I normally get like 20 of. This was asking people I want to win, we normally get 5 of.
Someone has packed you. I'm going to need an explanation for that one, Charizard, because I'm not quite sure what you mean. Well, that's an awful shot. Hudson Odoi was, also, that's a funny looking quarter, but I'm not going to complain they're going into race early.
They're just shocked. You don't want this to spill.
I hit you in the
That's why
rear.
we have a tackle for that.
Starting lineup with the first time since the
That's
original
our
fixture
picture of my
between these two.
Look how
For God's sake. I swear half the time on Sprint when you guys make comments like that, I sound like I'm insane because I'm just laughing to myself. Oh, Reaper's telling Trocker and Leon to stop arguing. Oh, Mitchell. Oh, I feel bad for. I feel bad for Reaper at times, man. I feel bad for him at times. I think everyone saw what Reaper said and then did the exact opposite. The exact opposite. There is a.
Unless it's really, really small,
There is no order in this chat. Only destruction. That's a great clearance. Chat right now, yeah. There we go. We're doing qualifying for Azerbaijan now. The tyre choice. Let's have a look. There's only Reaper and Leon, the two Ferraris going on the median, which is a bold choice. Let's see how that one plays out for them. Bundes has hit the front. Let's see how long he can stay at the front for. It's a bit of, the cornering on this track would probably favour a Red Bull or something, but if you've got the pace, you've got the pace. And it seems like Bundes, even though he's in the Mercedes, does have a decent amount of pace around Baku. Oh, Stell hit fourth. Bundes keeps his lap going, even though he probably just about kept it valid there and didn't have the cleanest of castle sections. Charizard's also last, so nothing's new there. Unless he might have spun, but he's certainly invalidated if he hasn't pit his span. Snap and Noof back there. Leon and Reaper not too surprising because they're in their tyre choice. And Bundes now hits. Bundes is going to go through the last sector, which is just a giant set of straights. And that Mercedes is definitely going to be in a great place for that, and Bundes is going to be on pole by 4/10 of a second, 4.5 of a second. 140 flat. Swen's going to be second, Stell third, Twanak fourth, El Truco fifth, Trocker's going to start sixth, O'Leary and Boomer set the fourth row, Denger's going to start in 10th with Luke in 9th, setting the 5th row, and then you've got Alu, Leon, Reaper, Noof, and...
We are tired.
Summer, right?
Is there an easier way to do that?
Just get it in bin.
couple of...
Isn't there any...
You can hear I'm losing my temper.
Congratulations, everybody. Well done.
I can't believe we just landed the plane.
could get pretty interesting here. I'm also very much expecting Sprint to just explode when someone absolutely destroys everyone into turn one, but it's all good. I swear, I said there's going to be a huge collision into turn one. Everyone's going to do turn one properly now. And now I've just completely jinxed my own jinx, so who knows what's going to happen. We got overcast again, but I'm not getting my hopes up at this point because we never seem to get rain in these.
Yeah, you know where they go.
You almost did a Leclerc. Well, that's not surprising, Jared. Though. You seem to be in a mood to do do a Leclerc all the time, to be honest with you. And no rain, no surprise. So we're just going to be overcast for the rest of the. There we go. 7 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, away we go. It's going to be a one stop. And it looks like there's already a spin. We didn't even get to turn 1. And it's between Twanak and Stell.
Gloves off now, or you're actually going to bed.
Twanak and Stell have spun on the first straight. It looks like the other Aston Martin just clambered into a wall. And there's flying bits of front wing everywhere. What has happened at the end there? Looks like Charizard not had the greatest of turn 2s either. Yep, Charizard, Snap, both hitting a wall in turn 2. It doesn't look like a lot of people survived. Definitely didn't look like there was a lot of surviving going on there. Alu to the outside. And Trocker looked like he's not going to be able to make a move. Yeah, I'm in my living room, so there might be background noise a lot. I can't control that one. Trocker going after El Truco, who had a hit with the wall. His ring still looks like it's fine, but it looked like it's losing time as it goes along. Trocker, we've got a few people. Look at that train behind El Truco. The huge car train that. Bunders and Swen toward the front. But we're gonna keep an eye out here. Actually, let's go on Luke first. The yellow flag in sector 2 and Snaps retired from the session. Here we go. Luke to the inside. Gets in front of Boomer. There's also multiple fights here as Trocker gets in front. El Truco has to pit. And here comes Boomer and the Williams. Is he going to make a move? No, he's not. He's too far back. Oh, no, it's Alu. Is that? Yeah, that's Alu. In the Williams. Apologies. Wrong Williams here. Oh, it looks like Danger took a little bit of a spin out that corner. And O'Leary and Leon are going to fight now. They try to catch up to Danger. But Leon not going to get overtaken by O'Leary as he managed to fight off the oncoming attack for the moment in time. Oh, it looks a little bit of a slide there from Trocker, but it's nothing too egregious. And Alu looks like he's slowing off the back of him now. I'm not sure how long. I'm not sure how many people are going to actually DNF in this race. Snap crashed. When you're on your wheel for your first couple of races, Azerbaijan is not a track you wanted to be at. There's a few guys about 7 or 8 tenths, but this is the closest battle we got now, right now between O'Leary and Leon for 8th. As soon as I say that, Boomer just closing in on Luke like there's no tomorrow with slipstream down the main straight. And there's a little bit of wheel banging. Is there going to be a move into turn 1? Bunders says the fastest lap of the race. It looks like the McLaren's got more pace, but with DRS now enabled, Boomer's going to be able to come back soon enough. We're not done here yet because Boomer just tucks in behind of Luke. And he's going to take DRS into this straight. So we're still not done with this little battle here. Is he going to be able to make anything work, or is the McLaren just pulling away? It looks like the McLaren's pulling away. Boomer just lost a bit too much time to make DRS. So it gets a little bit squirrely out that corner as well, but doesn't get DRS to close the gap enough. Alu and Trocker seem to be having a little bit of a fight behind them as well, but we'll stay here for the moment in time. until we see that Alu becomes closer to Trocker than Boomer is to Luke. Right now, oh, that's a bit strong into our castle. Gonna lose him a bit of time because when you get in a bit too headstrong into castle, you do tend to lose quite a lot. There's a fight for Stell here as well. Stell with Noof. Stell gets that move done in a timely fashion, gets up into 13th. Let's go back to this fight we had here. Now Trocker, whilst fighting with Alu, has closed in on Boomer and Luke, who were also fighting not that long ago in DRS. And Danger's retired for the session! Danger has hit a wall! I'm not sure how I'm surprised at that, but Danger has hit a wall and there's a virtual safety car. Boomer and Trocker come into the pit, which makes sense to... oh, and Trocker's got 5 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, you absolute... Oh, that's a dumb mistake. That's a very dumb mistake. Also, why the hell is someone just completely stopped? I know it's alright trying to slow down to make sure you're within thing, and there's a safety car. It's a full-on safety car now. I thought it was just virtual, but it looked like it was a very good idea from Trocker and Boomer to come in and pit. It's not good news for Trocker, being that he didn't get his speed down enough to get under the limit. And now he has to make 5 seconds in a hard switch. Good luck with that. Bunders have done a very good way of getting off the start and holding a lead. If I was him, I'd probably be pitting right about now. I'd probably be getting off these softs, going on to these mediums, you know. I don't see a reason as to why you wouldn't pit here. Looks like Twanak and Leon both pit as well. Charizard's pit. He just got out of the pits, actually, looking at it. But I would expect a lot of people to just start coming into the pits now. There we go, Bunders. Is he coming into the pits? This would be a smart choice. I see him. He looked like he wants to come in. Yeah, that's not how you follow. That's not how you follow the pit lane line. And you got time to talk. Yeah, I could tell Charizard being 30 seconds off the back marker. That isn't yourself, obviously. Alu stayed out. Okay. Maybe not confident you could do 6, 7 laps on the softs. No idea, but I'd probably be pitting here. Don't really see any reason to be going long. You're not going to be racing until lap 7. There's 6 laps on the soft. That's doable. Very doable. There's lap 1 turn. Someone did a caveat. Jesus. Yeah, I wondered what happened, because I just saw 3 or 4 cars piled up in turn 2. I also saw that Twanak and Stell decided not to wait to the first corner to spin each other out. Staber fell asleep. Staber fell asleep waiting for the racers. Well, that's well done. Well done, Staber. Alu's going to start us back in the front because there's no way he's pitting now. Same with Reaper. I'm also not very surprised to see Bunders move on to his mediums and stay at the front. Well, net P1 for when Alu and Reaper both have to pit. So unless if there's not another safety car, which I don't anticipate there actually being another safety car, then I think Bunders might have played this to perfection.
I couldn't even do one of these.
He might have played this to perfection by simply being faster than Reaper and Alu. That could also be the case here. Watch your move catching this. You know what? Whilst everyone else is already up with the safety car, you know what? Let's watch. You have a long way to catch up. Also, I see that Luke decided he didn't want to be beside the safety car anymore. I'll give it this. The safety cars in sprint do, to be fair, bring everyone a lot closer together more often. Whereas a few times, I remember a few times people just getting out at the front and just running away with it by 10, 20, 30 seconds. Not really going to happen here. If you're watching Charizard catch up, he's got 2 sectors to actually get to the back of the lot now. He'll definitely do it. He's going to have the benefit of very warm tyres.
Chelsea keeping up a quirky kind of record this season. They've never been behind at half time in the Premier League this season.
Interesting stat from Chelsea. A few people who still actually have to pay, I think. Oh no, it's just simply the 2. Okay.
Almost interested. Ziyech has been trying to find Lukaku and thought, well, okay, do you know what? I might as well just hit this myself. I don't seem to be able to get you in, so I'm just going to hit it from distance and put it in the back of the net. At least they're talking to each other anyway. Well, they are.
Well, there you go. Charizard has finally caught up, and we're gonna watch Alu, because their safety car is about to come in for the lap here, and it's because of Beck's just screwed it. Oh Jesus Christ! Why do whenever I look up, there's actually something decent happening on the football? Safety cars. We just got the message. The safety cars on this lap, and we're gonna go racing on lap 7. And now we get to watch Alu drive this to an absolute snail's pace. If I'm Reaper, I would not be that far behind Alu. Why would you be that far behind Alu? What on earth is the point in that? What on earth has Reaper just done? Reaper's just caused an absolute pile-up and has gained Alu 5 seconds off the safety car restart. Here we go, Bunda's down the inside. Bunda's has been hit! I think he got hit by Reaper there, or got squeezed, but he's lost his car and lost a few positions. Ouch! And there's also been a little bit of hit in the rear of Bunda's car from El Truco there. As we see many people come down the inside now, and Swen's not able to. Oh, he is able to get in front of Reaper, who has taken the corner way too deep and whacked the car against the wall. It looks like Boom has done the same thing. And now we get to watch Bundas try and fight Luke. Oh, and there's another into the rear of the car in front. Apparently, people are not enjoying braking against each other, or doing anything of normal racing, because there's a lot of rear hitting at the moment. Looks like Bundas will get, when he gets onto this straight section, should be able to make some sort of move happen. It would be audacious into this corner, but it's not going to happen into this corner, to be fair. He is starting to gain from a gain on El Truco, and everyone is starting. There's a little bit of a gap forming now. Mercedes now pulling away from the Aston Martin behind him. Twanak and Leon fighting. But we're going to go back to Bundas as he attempts to fight with Luke, who now attempts to fight with Reaper, who gets in front of Reaper very easily. It looked like Bundes from Everything has had to pit. Oh no, yeah, I think he's just not as quick, but El Truco's getting in front. That was weird. And Leon and Twanak are fighting, and also so are Trocker and Stel. Here we go into turn 2. Gonna go too wide. It's nice enough to allow each other enough space, and Trocker gets in front. Also, my voice is apparently dying. Trocker and Stel going at each other pretty much. It looked like Trocker did not manage to get the full position. It has been taken by Stel. I haven't jinxed that many people, I don't think. I mean, I'm pretty sure people will tell me if I jinxed anyone, but I don't remember jinxing anyone. Bundes is catching up to Truco now as he tries to fight for podium position. Alu still has to pit, but he has a 6-second gap now. And what looked like a dire situation for Reaper and Alu has got worse for Reaper and a lot better for Alu at the moment. Bundes catching up. Bundes can't seem to shake off Truco at the moment. You would expect him to have more pace, but he's not able to do an awful lot. He might be able to get El Truco now. I have no idea. I have no idea why people no one's getting jinxed at this point. DRS has just been enabled, and Bundes is really not making any indents into the lead of El Truco until the corner, which he isn't able to do an awful lot in. You gotta get DRS here to see if he actually makes it work. He just doesn't seem to be getting enough of a push to take. Oh my! Talk about enough of a push. I mean, he definitely pushed himself too much there and has found a wall. That was not very not very well taken there, I don't think. And it's Twanak and Stella again. These two taking their little bit of a fight to the next level. They did it all Canada, and now they're doing it all of Baku. Obviously, I had the incident on turn 1, and now find each other on the back beside each other again. Yeah. Everyone seemed to be fighting a little bit. It looked like Bundes had done his front wing. He has to have. Otherwise, he's just really slow. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Leon and Bundes, who does keep the car on track. Does not quite lose a position yet. There's a little bit of a fight between them. Oh, Trocker span! Oh, and Trocker's been. I'm not sure if there's contact or anything, but Trocker has just taken a 360. Or multiple 360s there, and is now in 12th. It looks like Stel didn't have too great of a third to second sector as well. Might have got hit as well. It is now in 12th, and Twanak is passing Bundes, who's now got into the pits after his mishap out of the second DRS zone of the lap. And here we go, Williams with the DRS on El Truco. Well, you have now, Mike. You have now.
Really impressive, isn't he?
And Boomer's not able to make a move there with DRS. It's let's see if El Truco's defense can stand tall one more time. 3 laps left of the race. Alu does have to pit, I think, unless he pitted on first lap, which I might have missed. I'm going to check this now. No, Alu hasn't stopped. Alu has to stop. He's also lost a lot of his gap. He should have pitted while he had 6 seconds. I'm going to keep focusing on this little fight here between Boomer and El Truco. Boomer and the Williams probably has the upper hand by the end of the lap. About 4 tenths of a second now, and El Truco seems to have Very stout defense so far. With DRS, let's see how long this lasts. About 0.3 of a second between the two now. Here we go, with DRS, this should be a very simple move from Boomer. It is a very simple move from Boomer. He got it done before the finish line gets hit. And Boomer is now in third. As Alu takes his pit now and has dropped a chunk of the way down the board and has dropped from first to 10th after his pit, and now it's Sven who's currently in first. Twanak and Leon fighting. Twanak with DRS. It looks like Twanak's going to be in front into the corner. Twanak is in front into the corner. He gets the move done. Twanak moves up into 5th. Leon's not going to give up behind him. He's going to put up a little bit more of a fight than what we saw Truco put up for the minute then. Not going to do an awful lot through the corners here. We get through the last couple of laps, and Sven looks like he's in a prime position to be in the first two, and Luke looks like a prime position to win the race at the moment. Twanak gaining not a lot. He actually lost time since the last time I looked at his gap between him and Leon. Looked like both about Leon's closed that gap a lot. He's closed it by about 0.2 of a second in that straight there. Alu gets in front of O'Leary as well, as Alu tries to chase down as many people as he possibly can before the end of the race. Leon trying to also hunt down Twanak still. Probably more likely that El Truco with DRS makes something work here than Leon. Softs might be starting to wear down a bit. Here we go with DRS into the start-finish line. And he gets the move done, El Truco, and he moves himself up to third. Twanak able to hold Leon off quite a lot there. And El Truco and Boomer's going to have an immediate fight back. As these two fighting, and allowing Twanak to get into the mix. Is there going to be any sort of move into the corner? Boomer trying to stick the nose of his car in there, but doesn't quite do it. Bundes had a great start, had a pretty good race lined up, and then hit a wall. Puts him toward the back with Stell. Currently a couple of guys that got the fastest laps at the moment. Penalties here, 5 seconds for Sven. Might have been speeding in the pit line. Not sure what he got that for actually. Oh, a little bit of a dodgy bit of castle section there from Boomer in his attempt to catch up to Truco. With a lap or so, lap and a little bit more remaining. About 0.6 of a second. Alu, as soon as I saw that, somebody messed that up. Alu gets in front of Noof. Alu just flying on these soft tires. I don't know if he is gonna be within range of Leon, and he's gonna be in range of Twanak as well. For a couple of moving up a couple of positions. DRS, is Boomer going to be able to close the gap? Enough he's not. Twanak is closing in that gap rapidly as well. They're both going to be breathing down Truco's neck for the rest of the race now. Here we go with DRS. Twanak obviously in a faster car than Boomer. Boomer's pulling away. Boomer's also closing in on Truco in front of him. It's not quite his last gasp, but it's not far away. You got one more DRS straight pretty much to get the final position off of him. And Noof trying to fight with O'Leary. Not sure how close that one's going to end up. We're going to keep an eye out on this three-way battle here. Until Sven gets close enough to the line, that is, and we'll watch Sven. Well, actually, we'll watch Luke cross the line. Sven's not even going to win the race. Unless, because that time is going up further and further. It's 3.8 now. It's 4 seconds. Had Luke messed this up? That is a very quickly opening gap. It's 4.5 seconds. 4.8. Boomer's hit a wall. Boomer's hit a wall. It's going to allow Twanak very much into the battle here. It's 5.4 now. It's 5.4. And we're going to watch Swen cross the line. Because as of right now, with 1 straight to go, he's up by 0.3 of a second as Swen crossed the line. And Swen is going to win by 0.2 of a second. El Truco's going to end 3rd. Boomer's going to end 4th. Twanak's going to end 5th. Actually, Alu's going to end 5th. Twanak's going to end 6th. O'Leary 7th. Noof 8th. Leon 9th. Charizard's going to end 10th. Swen has pulled out a huge gap in the final sector of this race. Trocker's going to end 11th after a spin. Rastell's not done much better, ended 12th after very much lackluster. Reaper and Bunders are going to finish it out, but oh my god, either that was an incredible last sector, or Luke has screwed up to the nth degree and cost himself a win. And I think it might be the latter. I'm not sure what Luke has done, but he's definitely handed the win. He definitely handed the win to Swen here. And it's in! Brighton have equalised! Just for the oh god, just as the parting message. Jesus Christ! Apparently we're not done. Who has scored? It's Webster. It's 1-1. I knew that might be nice news for Liverpool fans. God damn it. What is going on here? They just switched off. What on earth has happened here? Christensen, Kante, Alonso, they're all stood at the exact same place. What are they doing? Oh no, it's not. Is it Christensen or is it Mount?
Outstanding from Webster.
Oh well, I'm going to end that there.
Second goal of the season, and only his 5th ever in the Premier League. He's never played in the Premier League.
I'm going to end this stream here. That was just pretty. Actually, enjoyed commentating this. Going to be commentating again on Thursday. The 50% races, but for now, in a bit.